Trading Leather is in third. True Story to the inside rail is in fourth and now begins to be pushed along. Likewise Verrazano. So too is Kingston Hill. He's already now been ridden. Then to the inside is Night of Thunder, followed by War Command, and the Fugue is still last as we have a new leader with 2.5 furlongs to go. That leader is Muckadram. Muckadram and Paul Hannigan set sail for home. Somewhat to the inside, tries to hang tough. Trading Leather gives chase from out of the pack. These are followed by Night of Thunder. A furlong and a half to go in the Coral Eclipse. Muckadram has to hold on for one more furlong. In second is Trading Leather, still with 2.5 lengths to find. Somewhat running huge on the inside in third. Kingston Hill has taken fourth, but racing towards the line, it is Muckadram and Paul Hannigan, and Muckadram wins the Coral Eclipse. To Trading Leather in second, and Somewhat was in third, and a close call for fourth between True Story to the inside of Kingston Hill. The Fugue never got to them.
The gallant Muckadram gets his Group 1 and wins the 2014 Coral Eclipse under a straightforward, no-nonsense ride from Paul Hannigan. And how his stars have been in alignment over the last 5 weeks. Muckadram third in the race 12 months ago, and so often there, but just banging his head against a brick wall at the highest level, has delivered and delivered in spades today to beat Trading Leather, and the pace setting Somewhat, running a huge race in third. Disappointments in behind, but today, James, it was Muckadram's day.
And you can see from the proximity of Somewhat, even without the times that we'll deliver for you in a minute, that the early pace, once again in a Coral Eclipse, was not strong enough to bring the back markers into it. And from halfway, William Buick had the Fugue far too far back to have any chance of catching the leaders. And while we debit him for a 7th consecutive poor ride, in my view, 7th total poor ride on this filly Fugue, we have to credit Paul Hannigan for a good one. For he was in the right position to strike. The early fractions were a gift to him. All he had to do was not panic, just stay where he was and kick on like he had done last year at the 3-pole, and the race was his, and he got it spot on.
And from the 3-pole to the line, 36.32.
Right, and that's set against, we need to set that against the total time for the race, and then I'll give you a
Okay, we'll get the total time through in a few moments' time.
But that's a fast final fraction. So to think of that for a horse, for the Fugue to have caught Muckadram from the position she was in, she'd had to run a sub 35-second last 3 furlong up the hill, something I think Frankel probably couldn't do. And in fact, the fact she didn't reach any closer was due to the fact that she wasn't the only horse poorly positioned in this race either. For Frankie Dettori on Kingston Hill, Richard Hughes on Night of Thunder, on War Command, they were all too far back. The fractions tell you that the right place to be was in front of where Somewhat is. Somewhat is an important horse in assessing this race, for he has run what appears to be a massive career high. Yes. And he's done that because he's the horse closest to where Even Pace was. Even Pace was probably 3 or 4 lengths in front of this field.
Okay. As evidenced by the fact that once headed, he hasn't checked out completely.
Absolutely. He's beaten some superior horses. He couldn't possibly have finished second in the Derby this year, but he's ridden a cracking race and beaten Kingston Hill. And the reason for that is that he was the horse least inconvenienced in terms of running his best final time by the pace, so that's the reason he stuck on. And Muckadram was kicked on at exactly the right time by Hannigan. Trading Leather, who was sitting third, finished
for the horse just for being the best turned out in this race, and for this particular contest, that honour goes to horse number 1, Shuayman Al-Kabir. Congratulations to the groom. Runs at the post, and we're around about 2 minutes away from the scheduled off time. So heading over towards his rostrum for the Wathbar Stud Farm Cup AD National Exhibition Centre Maiden Stakes. Over 9 furlongs, the sextet about to be called in. Carrara towards the front of the line here, along with Alcia Rosia. And they're off and racing. And Alcia Rosia does lead through the early stages, with Shuayman Al-Kabir in the maroon jacket giving chase in second. In third is Carrara towards the inside. Spirited Game, she races back in fourth, 2 lengths back to Enigma. And her stable companion, racecourse debutante, Winscott Red Eagle, is already about 8 lengths behind anything else. Swinging into the back straight, just over 7 furlongs left to travel. Alcia Rosia, the favourite. Martin Smith on board has the lead. Leads by just over a length ahead of Shuayman Al-Kabir in second, with the noseband Carrara races third. Spirited Game also with the noseband, the yellow jacket in fourth, followed by Enigma in the colour change, now in the purple jacket, last of the main group. Another 8 lengths back to Winscott Red Eagle at the tail of the field. Continuing their journey towards the halfway stage, the front 5 covered by no more than 3 lengths. Alcia Rosia just being held together out in front, running into the far corner. She turns right-handed with a lead of just over a length from Shuayman Al-Kabir. Carrara nudged on the inside, now just nosing into second. Spirited Game travelling okay. She races on the outside of Enigma, who's close up at the back of the main group and a few lengths back to Winscott Red Eagle, now about 10 lengths behind anything else. Swinging down the side of the track, Alcia Rosia in front, making the run down to the 3. Enigma responding for pressure on the inside of Carrara. Spirited Game 3 deep. Shuayman Al-Kabir drops off the leading 4 as they make the downhill run back to the home straight. Alcia Rosia possibly just dossing a little bit out in front. Carrara around the outside, now within a half length. Between horses there's Enigma as Carrara just hangs left there, going towards the far end of the back straight and turning for home and goes quite wide. Spirited Game is back in fourth as heads are turned for home. Inside the 2, Alcia Rosia the leader on the left as they straighten. She leads by a length and a half. Enigma to the near side is keeping on for pressure, with have about a length and a half to find. Spirited Game with the noseband is back in third. Coming inside the final furlong, Alcia Rosia on the far side. Enigma in the centre. Spirited Game harbour against the stand side running grail. It's Alcia Rosia in front on the far side, with Enigma in the centre continuing to inch a bit closer. Alcia Rosia in front though, and in the end there's probably one to shade cosily. Beats Enigma into second. Spirited Game a better effort in third. She ran on fairly strongly. Likewise Carrara in fourth. Shuayman Al-Kabir last but one, and Winscott Red Eagle last of all.
Here is the order of finish. First number 3, second number 4, and the third horse number 5.